Hello, everybody. Very good morning. So today we are going to do a read of a new book, and I just found out this book yesterday, and I ended up reading all of it in one go, and it was really profound for me. So I thought of giving it a read for my viewers. So the name of this book is "Chop Wood, Carry Water" by Joshua Medcalf. Now, chop wood, carry water. How to fall in love with the process of becoming great. So here's the contents of the book. This book has got about 28 chapters, and all of them are short, bite-sized chapter, essentially a conversation between a samurai master and his disciple. So let's start with chapter one. Chop wood, carry water. For as long as his family could remember, John and his younger brother, John and his younger brother Jordan had been in love with the samurai culture of Japan. When John was only 8 years old, his family visited many places in Asia. He and Jordan excitedly explored every place they visited and dreamt of returning one day to become their favorite type of samurai warriors, archers. A year later, tragedy struck as the family was in a bad car accident and Jordan was severely injured. The rest of the family was pretty banged up, but Jordan was barely hanging on to life in the ICU. For the first few months, John sat at his bedside, only leaving the hospital to shower 2 times a week, reading him stories throughout the day about the samurai culture and they both loved so much. Every night they would fall asleep to Jackie Chan movies. John's parents even let him miss the first month of school. Eventually, after 5 months of being in the hospital, Jordan was cleared to go home. The doctor said he would never again be able to talk, walk, or feed himself. Jordan still found ways to communicate and play with John, and they became even closer than they were before the accident. John always admired his brother's upbeat attitude and warm energy despite his circumstances. The doctor said for Jordan to go through a normal day, it required as much energy as it does for an average person to run a marathon. As John entered his teenage years, he never forgot their shared love of the samurai, and over time his fascination turned into deep admiration and lasting respect. He began to think more and more about pursuing it in his future. Finally, when he turned 18, John brought up one-way ticket to an ancient city in Japan, intent on fulfilling his boyhood dream. He enrolled as an apprentice to a small community of samurai who lived outside of the city walls, practicing their timeless traditions. There, he knew he could become a samurai archer. When John arrived, he was greeted by a friendly old sensei named Akira. He helped John unload his bags and get settled. As they walked the grounds, taking a look at the advanced training areas and shooting ranges, John grew more and more excited. This place was amazing. He couldn't wait to get started. But the next morning, Akira gathered the newly arrived apprentices and informed them of their first task. For the rest of the morning, they would chop wood and carry water. John was surprised and confused. He addressed his teacher with proper title of respect that they had been taught. Akira Sensei, what do you mean? The old man explained that their community was outfitted with every modern convenience, except for heat and running water. Instead of using gas or electricity, they burned wood for heat when the weather grew cold. And in order to use water in the bathroom and kitchen, it had to be brought by hand from a well outside. Thus, in order for the community to use water and stay warm during the winter, the community depended on everyone to chop wood and carry water. But when will we get to shoot? John wondered aloud. Akira just smiled. Shooting will come soon enough, but first you must chop wood and carry water. John was frustrated, but he obeyed. He trusted his sensei's wisdom and knew that in time they would move on to more exciting things. Let me just refresh this. So we are on the chapter 2. I'm gonna do a reading of it in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.